Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM and tonight's lineup of westerns featuring an archetypal hero of the Old West, or at least the Old West in the movies. The lone cowboy, a man of such skill and courage that he, and often he alone, is capable of taming the Wild West. Since filmmakers first began producing westerns, lone gunmen have taken on seemingly insurmountable odds. Right from the start, our next film makes clear how badly outnumbered our hero is. From 20th Century Fox and writer, producer, director Sam Fuller in 1957, this is 40 Guns. The 40 guns are wielded by 40 thieves, all of them employed by the power baron who runs the Arizona town of Tombstone, a rancher who wants things done her way. The rancher is played by Barbara Stanwyck. She controls the levers of power so completely that she allows her no-good brother to run wild all over the town. Stanwyck knows no one is willing or able to hold her brother accountable, not with her 40 gunmen watching his back. Then Barry Sullivan comes to town. He's there to arrest one of those gunmen on behalf of the Attorney General's office. Sullivan plays Griff Bonnell, clearly a Wyatt Earp-like character. Like Earp, he's got his brothers with him. And when the Bonnell brothers see what's happening in Tombstone, they won't sit idly by. If you're not familiar with this film, you're in for a treat. Not only is this vintage Barbara Stanwyck in her final big screen Western, though she'd play Victoria Barkley on television in the Big Valley in 1965, but this is also a Sam Fuller movie. He wrote it, he produced it, he directed it. At the time, the biggest female star on the Fox lot was Marilyn Monroe, who Fuller liked and who Fuller wanted to work with. Before production got underway on 40 Guns, Monroe asked Fuller why he hadn't asked her to read for Jessica Drummond, the lead role. Fuller told Marilyn her innocence and wholesomeness would have been out of place for a character who was both really cynical and overly confident. The only actor Fuller wanted for Jessica Drummond was Barbara Stanwyck. Fox studio boss Darryl Zanuck backed Fuller on that call, and she is perfect. Typically professional, game for anything, including doing her own stunts, which for this film meant being dragged by a horse during a windstorm. More on that after we see the movie. This is a terrific noir western shot beautifully by cinematographer Joseph Byrock. From Fox in 1957, also with Dean Jagger, Gene Barry, and John Erickson, here is Barbara Stanwyck leading the way in Sam Fuller's 40 Guns. As I mentioned before the movie, Barbara Stanwyck did her own stunts in 40 Guns, including being dragged by her horse during that windstorm. Sources vary as to why Stanwyck ended up doing the stunt. Some indicate the stunt person refused to do it for safety reasons, which feels unlikely. Stunt performers generally get the job done. They might insist on other safety measures, but they don't often say no. In his autobiography, A Third Face, director Sam Fuller implies Stanwyck just insisted she could do it herself, and she did multiple times due to technical issues, all without complaint. When the film's editor, Gene Fowler Jr., found out about Stanwyck doing the stunt, he pulled Fuller aside and reminded him that Stanwyck was in far too much of the film that had yet to be shot for him to be taking such chances. Something else Fuller shared in his memoir, the ending we just saw of Griff shooting Jessica in the leg in order to get a clean shot on Brocky, was not how Fuller originally wrote it. Instead, Fuller wanted Griff to shoot and kill them both, drop his gun, and then just walk away. But when the marketing department at 20th Century Fox learned of that ending, they insisted they wouldn't be able to sell a film where the hero kills his love interest, so Fuller reluctantly rewrote the ending to what we just saw. Ahead, our night of lone gunmen continues with Clint Eastwood coming to town and painting it red, literally, with blood. Well, he doesn't paint with the blood, so that part is figurative. High Plains Drifter is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, High Plains Drifter, then Hang 'em High, and later, The Oklahoma Kid. Cagney's OK on TCM tonight.